to the virtual day session. My name is Alain Muvala, and I'm a current student of Melsoft Academy. And in this session, my fellow students and I will reveal about our experience at Melsoft Academy and reveal much more about our programs to inspire new potential students to Melsoft. And now I just want to briefly welcome my fellow students to introduce them to our audience. And I'll firstly go to Tafadzwa. It's a pleasure having you here. And please, you briefly introduce yourself.
Thank you, Alan. Hi, everyone. My name is Tafadzwa, and I'm a student here at Melsoft.
Okay. And Brendon?
Thank you very much for this opportunity, Alan. Hey, everyone. My name is Brendon, and I'm a student here at Melsoft Academy.
Okay, great. So I just wanted to ask, what programs do you guys do?
You can go first.
Okay, so I'm doing software engineering.
And I'm doing software engineering as well.
Okay, brilliant. And I want you guys to share what inspired you guys to actually join this boot camp.
Well, ladies first.
Okay, so I recently just graduated in web development, and I wanted to expand into software development. I need to say. So I really thought that going into a boot camp would really help me meet what I want to acquire, and Microsoft was the perfect opportunity to do so. So that is what inspired me.
And Brandon?
What inspired me to join Melsoft Academy I've been so wanting to join the tech space. So then I saw Melsoft Academy being the gateway and the path to that journey into venturing into the tech world.
Okay, okay, great. And yeah, let me explain about my journey. So
Okay.
at the beginning, there were loads of doubts in my mind about Melsoft Academy. I started asking questions as to whether was this a legit thing to get into. And also, I spoke to my mother as well, and she was asking me, "What is a boot camp? Is this thing a joking thing? Are you going to camping?" And I was like, "Nah, come on. Let me do my research." So I've done my research on myself. As with everything, you have to do your research, do your due diligence, and I've spoken to the community. I went onto the website firstly,
Okay.
melsoftacademy.com, and I went onto the WhatsApp community, and I've spoken to previous students there, and they were really great to engage with. They've given me an understanding of what goes on, the campus, and everything like that. And that's what convinced me to make that decision to join. And I have no regrets about going down this route. Yeah, that's yeah. So that's my journey, and yeah, I'm happy about it. So the second question for you guys, and also sorry guys, if
Okay.
you do have any questions to ask, please feel free to do so. And so, and the second question I have been the most rewarding part of your journey in the boot camp so far.
Uh, the most rewarding part about being a part of the group boot camp is the experience we get, and the connections we get to make with our mentors and the students as well. That has been the best part about this boot camp on my side.
I think I can agree with Brandon. It's been the connections, the networking, our mentors, because they are very dedicated
Yes, true.
and helpful in everything that we need. So it's been so rewarding that, it's just always uplifting and motivating, to continue into our tech careers. So, yeah, definitely our mentors and
Yes.
our social uh, networkings.
Okay, that's great to hear. And yeah, I do share this similar sentiments to you guys. But I also have to mention, I also um, the knowledge and the skills that I've gained in a
Yes.
Yeah.
such short space of time has been really, really crucial. And if you had to ask me back in January um, about my field, which is UI UX design,
Yes.
and then you had to ask me, and you had to ask me to now and then, it's totally
Yeah.
different. And I've gained so much knowledge from that. So I'm really grateful about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'd have to say. It's the one thing that's been really rewarding to me. So the
Nice.
next question, what's one challenge you didn't expect, and how did you overcome or work through it?
Okay, so for me, it would be how fast paced everything was. I came into the space expecting to, be learning and very hardworking, but I did not expect it to be very fast paced. So, what I've done to manage everything was, to always make sure I get my things done on time, manage my things very well, and yeah, that's how it's been for me.
And
I
Brandon?
would say the same thing as Tafadzwa, you know, but it's a thing of it's part of the process, you know. They literally squeezing 4 years of work into a short space of time. So I understand why it's that way, and we just keep pushing. And what
Yeah.
about you, Ellen? What how has it been for you?
How has it been?
Oh, yeah. I had to get my time management on point. That's one thing. I really used to struggle with having to manage so many things in such a short space of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one challenge I'd say that I struggled with, and having to manage everything. Um, and also, like normal challenges like network issues, having to deal with power outages and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You have to accept those challenges, and yeah, it's definitely helped me along the way and helped me to adapt in those kind of situations. So yeah. And the third question I have to ask: how do you feel about the pace and the structure of the learning process?
Yeah, okay. Like I said previously, everything was just so fast paced, and it was pretty intense. But I will not lie to you. The structure of everything, the way we learn, the way we are assigned to do things, it is very well thought out. So it's just a case whereby you have to be hardworking. You have to put in the extra mile. So yeah, I feel like the pace is quite intense, but you have to be willing to, go the extra mile. So yeah, that's how I feel about the pace.
Hmm. And Brandon?
I feel like the pace is like what Mr. Father said, it's fast paced. And then the structure of the work is actually good. You know, it's like levels, low key. I was this understanding everything, learning everything bit by bit so that we can have an understanding, like building a foundation of what's there in the tech world, understanding basic tech stuff so that we can have a
Yeah,
know how on what to do and what not to do.
yeah.
What about you, Ellen?
Um, yes. Also, yeah, I'd also say the same thing, to be honest. Like, yes, it is fast paced, but you also have to acknowledge that you can't learn everything so quickly. But the great thing about it is it's all self-explanation. So it's the detail is not that difficult. You wouldn't have to go to your dictionary and look for definitions on what certain terms mean. So
Yeah.
yeah, so the mentors are always there for you if you need
Yeah, exactly.
further understanding on what is confusing to you. And yeah, I've learned so much so far. Even like small details that I wasn't even aware of, has helped me a lot. So yeah, that's how I answered that question. And now my next one is: how would you describe the support received from your mentors and instructors or even your peers?
Well, I'd say the support is there 100%. Each and every little problem I have, I can just contact my mentors. They're always there. They respond, they help me. You shouldn't be shy to ask your mentors to help you because that's what they're there for, to help guide you. Even if you don't understand what this button does, ask them. Feel free to ask them. They're there to support you and guide you throughout this whole journey because then we're all in the process of learning. Not everyone will understand something. So we have to ask. Just asking questions is good. What about you?
Yeah, one word, amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing because they really make the learning environment very fun and like um comfortable because whenever you just have a dilemma, you can just contact them. You just book them, contact them, and they're gonna help you no matter what. They'll look for a solution to your problems. So yeah, just amazing, amazing. How has it been for you?
Um, yeah, man, I'd say the same. But one thing I really appreciate is, they usually come to you and ask you
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
questions.
Exactly.
yeah,
Uh, they'll be like Thursday, you have either Melesi, Yamkelo, all these guys, they just come to you and ask if you're okay, if there's any challenges or queries or suggestions you may have. They're always open to that, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, the support has been excellent. I have no complaints about it. And
yeah.
if you had to, you would probably feel the same.
Mm.
So um, the next question I have is, have you made any meaningful connections with your fellow students? And how have those connections impacted your experience?
Yes, I have. I have made so many connections. He's one of them. So yeah, I have, and it's been so inspiring because we get to share ideas, we get to talk about the different things we do because not all of us do the same courses. Others do cybersecurity and others do designing. So, yeah, we've been able to, speak about each other's challenges, swap ideas, and, yeah, so all of the connections I've made so far have been very meaningful, and I cannot wait to see how far it will go. So, yeah. I don't know about you, Brandon.
Well, personally for me as well, the connections has been amazing. Meeting everyone, you as well as you, Ellen.
Yeah.
The connections has been great. People to talk to, people to understand their perspectives and views on different things. It's been eye opening, getting to know someone, how they think, like learning from each other because we never stop learning. So learning from each other has been the best thing, and that's how the experience has been and the connections.
Yeah.
How about for you, Ellen?
Okay. Yeah, the connections I've made so far has been great. I didn't know that I'd come in and make so many connections, like compared to where I was before. I didn't like usually interact with many people from like my college and stuff. Usually you're on your own most of the time.
Yeah.
So
True.
um yeah, so I feel to like people like you and also learn about your field and your perspective and expectations that you have from the field, building that cross collaboration skill, which will be essential when you go to your new workplace projects with people that have a different perspective from you and gather ideas together and make them work. So, yeah, that's one thing I'd say. And yeah, I'm really grateful about that as well. And the next set of questions um, is practical application. So, have you worked on any projects that you are proud of? Can you share more about them if you can?
Yes, I have been working on a chatbot, which is so exciting because I did everything from scratch, and I did everything in Python. I've coded everything in Python. So basically, what the chatbot does is that it kind of assists students, with timetables, timetables. So, yeah, it's accessible from anywhere and anytime. And yeah, that has been the most exciting project that I've been working on so far. So, yeah, I don't know
And
about
Brandon,
you.
For me, a lot of the projects I've done, the first one I made will always stick out to me, which was the ping pong when I first got into the space trying to understand how it works. It was a ping pong game that I made. I mean, at the beginning it was tough. I wouldn't understand what's happening. Why isn't my code running? But then as I kept going on, started working at the end when I was done creating the game, I was so excited. Like, imagine if I can do this, what more can I do? Actually, it's a small step to success. Taking those steps. And yeah, that's one of the projects that I'm really proud of. My first project.
and on my side, um, I would say the fitness app. So right now, I'm working on like designing a fitness app
Okay.
for Melsoft Academy. But that's like a task that we're doing right now. And I've developed so much in that, designing the wireframe and just, developing the prototype as well. I've learned so much from doing this kind of things. And I'm just surprised by my progress from that project. There was so much detail that had to be put into it in terms of following a set process from the empathy stage to defining the problem to acting, and then from there developing the prototype. Then now the final stage now is gathering from my mentors, and I'll share that with my uh, yeah I'll share my project to the community as well to gather their feedback and refine it from there again if I believe if it's fit. So yeah, I'm actually learning industry skills and actually gaining like foresight into my actual career. So that's the beauty about these projects. Actually gain a perspective of what will actually happen in the future, in your own field. So yeah, that's what I would say. And the next question, do you feel like the skills you are learning are relevant to real jobs, the real world jobs? So
Yes, I do think that the skills that we're learning right now are relevant because so far we've been learning so much. We've been learning about problem solving skills, collaborating, coding as well. So, yeah, everything is pretty much hands on. And when something is hands on, it's practically, training you for the future, thing. So, yeah, everything is relevant. And yeah.
Yeah, exactly. As Tafadzwa said, that's the good thing about Melsoft Academy. They teach us what's relevant in the world, skills we can actually use to do great things, to pursue our tech careers. So yeah, I think it's pretty relevant for
Yeah.
what we're doing here.
Yeah. What do you think?
so yes, definitely. Like I said, in my previous response, that all the projects that I've been working on is actually relevant to my um, career and what I want to do in the future. So I gained so much skills from that, and I feel like I'm well prepared to get into an actual job and doing this
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
things.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
um, I'd say that. Now, my next questions are about growth and reflection. So,
Okay.
what's something new you have learned about yourself during boot camp?
Okay. So I I feel like I've learned to be very resilient. I've realized that I'm very resilient and I can actually work under pressure. I did not think the pressure would really take me far because everything was just very overwhelming at first. So what I've realized is that I'm actually quite resilient and I am willing to put in the hard work and always push, 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 So yeah, I feel like I've been very resilient and yeah, that's something I'm actually quite proud of. So yeah.
And Brandon?
With me, what's something that I've learned of myself is that this is something I really love because every time I read or do something, I find myself enjoying the work, wanting to learn more. Like, so that's what I found interesting about myself, that this is actually something I enjoy doing. I feel proud, and that's how I know it's my calling. That's how I know tech is my calling because each and every little thing I read stays inside. It's not like those other things where I read, it comes in and goes out. This stays inside, and I understand 100%, and I'm so proud. Like, when I see something, I can able to be just to tell like, okay, this is what it does, etc.
And for me, I'd say being a host. I never thought I could be a host for any session. Like,
Yes.
I'm usually someone that's very shy. I'm sure you can tell that I'm quite shy, but in terms of like handling an audience, I never thought I could handle an audience or host anything. But yeah, I'm grateful for having the opportunity to host the session. And yeah, I just took the risk to see how I'd be able to interact with other people, and so why bridging minds was a thing. I tried to see if I could make it work. And yeah, man, um, I'm really grateful for that, and I've learned so much of being a host and improving my public speaking skills to a level now. So in terms of presentations or
Yeah.
projects that I present, I feel like I'll do well at them. So yeah. And the next question I have to ask is, how do you stay motivated during challenging weeks or demanding modules?
Please repeat.
How do you stay motivated during challenging weeks or demanding modules?
Oh, okay. So with me, how I stay motivated is that I always look at the end destination, where it will take me. And I also consider the journey as well. I know that it's not been an easy journey, so that's how I stay motivated. The process of leading to success, that's how I stay motivated, knowing the great things I'm gonna do when I'm done with this whole course. Just the end journey, the destination, that's how I stay motivated. What about you,
Okay.
Tafadzwa?
Um, I really want to become a great developer. I really, really want to become a great developer. So, seeing my success and my gains really, really motivates me. Seeing what I've done and seeing the progress that I've made really motivates me. So, yeah, I do agree. I do agree with Brendan because I always want to remind myself why I started. So, yeah. How would you end? How would you?
Okay, how I'd answer that question? Mm. So I'd say having your short-term goals. So very important. Have like short goals. Don't just write long-term goals. That will sort itself out in the end. But write down your short-term goals, and then also having like having rest as well. Don't overexert yourself. Don't rush into it. So take some time, squeeze time to, and also like do your hobbies and stuff just to keep yourself motivated. So as you come on to tackle your next task, you'll be ready and feel much more fresh challenge that you have. And after excelling at every small task, you reward yourself after that. So that's how I've done it, and I hope people take my advice. So yeah, to stay motivated during weeks. So it's um, final two questions. So if you could give one piece of advice to someone just starting today,
Okay. Can you finish this question?
Yeah, what piece of advice would you give people?
A piece of advice I would give to anyone that wants to join Melsoft Academy is that do not slack, always work hard and stay consistent because consistency will take you far.
It's
So,
key.
yeah.
And me personally, the advice I'll give is a quote that I live by. Slow motion is better than no motion. As long as you're doing progress, you're going to reach your destination. So keep it in your mind. Slow motion is better than no motion. So that's the piece of advice I'll give. How about you, Ellen? Like, how would you advise this?
Yeah, it's actually a very good question. One thing, there's three points. So, firstly, get the time management on point,
Yeah.
and second, rush overexert yourself. Think about the process and journey, and don't think too much about the. When you think too much about the outcome, you begin to stress. That's when you tend to feel too overwhelmed. So just think about the journey. Every small progress matters. Don't don't just jump every one step at a time, and eventually you'll get there. And the final question, right? In one word, how would you describe your bootcamp experience?
For me, it would be, yeah, I have a lot of words in my mind, but just to keep it short, I'll say life changing. Basically, it's been life changing for me, especially branching out into the tech world. It's been life changing for me personally. How about you, Tafadzwa?
For me, it's been elevating. Elevating. One word, elevating.
How about you?
Or um, one thing was astonishing. I did at first I thought it would be just like um, a normal like college thing, but I didn't expect it to be like this. To have this. I thought it would be mainly theory and stuff like that, but it's actually so many exciting projects you participate in, you interact with and engage with a lot of people. So yeah, that's one thing I'd say. It's been astonishing. I can't wait to learn much more in the coming weeks and the next modules. So yeah, that's how I would sum it up. So yeah, just to end it now. So if the audience needs any information about Melsoft Academy, you can go to the website Melsoft Academy, or you could send an email to Melsoft. It's hello Melsoft, hello at. You can go email. There's also the WhatsApp, so you can see all of us have shared our story, and you will not regret joining Melsoft. That's one thing I can assure from my perspective. And
Yeah.
you learn so much more. Your mindset will change for the better. And just remember, guys, my one last point is there's to succeed in your career. It's ways and also, yeah. Any last words, guys?
I hope you guys come join us soon.
Yes.
Cannot wait to see you here.
Exactly. It's a fun place to be where tech dreams are born.
You will not regret it.
Voila.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone in the audience, for joining us. I hope you enjoy your day and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ellen. Bye. Peace.